Hello, tacticians! With Laviscus's journey done, it probably makes sense to continue the series with the various heroes that work well with him, also affectionately known as Labubiches. And since I've already gone through many of them, I can move straight to the more situational ones, starting with a theoretical on Aesoth. Mission 1. Defeat 2 enemies while they are stunned with Aesoth in one turn. This is a tricksy mission, because while Aesoth can stun, he cannot follow up on the stun himself, and unless you want to rely on battle fatigue, you will want to use his active for the kills anyway. So the easiest way to complete this mission is to have Niall and hit an Indomitus stage with Scarabs, and the normal stage 31 should work pretty well.
The first mission of Aesoth's Mythic journey supposedly requires him to defeat 2 stunned units in one turn, and I think that's going to be the easiest here in normal Indomitus 31 with Niall and maybe some support characters. There, position somewhat like this, and let the Scarabs come to Aesoth. There will need to be at least 2 Scarab stacks adjacent to Aesoth for this to work, and they will need to be at 4 members each, because you're gonna stun them with Nial's active, and that deals 3 hits, and then you will need to finish them off with Aesoth, who deals 1 hit with his active. And the Scarabs are once again stubbornly refusing to split. There, that's the second stack, so I'm gonna bang him up. There. One thing to note, if you need to use a stack on the bushes, Nial's active ignores modifiers, so it will still deal 3 hits to the stack on the bushes, which I think I will demonstrate right now. There. See, everything took 3 hits. And now all the Scarabs adjacent to Aesoth are stunned, so his active, which will hit 2 of the stacks for 1 hit each, should take care of them, which should complete the mission. And I can clear the stage and presumably move on.
Mission 2. Deal 10,000 damage with Aesoth in one turn. This mission is probably an auto-clear and actually convenient to do in a guild raid, but why use a rare raid ticket when you can knock it out in the arena with the help from Thoriad and either Trajan, and maybe Vitruvius if your Aesoth's active is leveled, or Ragnar and Galgords if it's not.
The second mission of Aesoth's Mythic journey is supposedly for him to deal 10,000 damage in one turn, and that's gonna be tricksy in the arena because I do not have Aesoth's active build, so I need to single target, and that means his normal attack, as well as only having a limited selection of potential victims for that, because not every character still is able to even reach those 10,000 HP. So I'm gonna super buff Aesoth with Ragnar and Galgords and give him a 3rd hit by Thoriad, and hopefully that will be enough to, well, in this case, reach Galgords and destroy him. So I'm gonna well, I need to kill Mephiston. He's in the way, so that's what I'm gonna do. Good, and the boy fucked me over. Lovely. That's where I needed Aesoth to get. So let's see if I can at least get Aesoth to destroy, let's say, Ragnar. And yeah, 9,000 damage, no problem. There. There. So the var should be contained, and I can deal with the snots. Ooh, 7k to a snot, that's nice. Okay, get closer. That should let Mephiston deal more damage thanks to that extra hit from Thoriad's passive. And that's the arena cleared and just not the right target hit. But like this, it's definitely possible. You just need to find a bigger enemy team. Moving on.
Mission 3. Use Aesoth's active ability 20 times. One of the less annoying Mission 3s because while it cannot be quite automated, it doesn't take that long. Just pick your favorite grot stage and keep smashing!
The third mission of Aesoth's Mythic journey supposedly requires him to use his active 20 times, and the fifth mission supposedly requires him to deal 100,000 damage. And for both of these I recommend Elite Mirror Octarius 7, because the stage is, well, if not automatable then brain deadable, and what was I gonna say? Oh, right, the upgrade from here is needed in copious amounts. So the way I like to do this stage when I'm grinding it for missions is to use Dante to kill all the ranged enemies, and depending on the missions bring a Sororitas, which is kinda default to Isabella because she's so useful, or Titus to count ability uses. So I got both because, well, I'm demonstrating both the missions at once. Meanwhile, Dante is almost done killing the ranged enemies, which is good. There. Okay, that's the last one. So now I'm gonna attack the grot with Isabella to reset her act of faith so that she is counting kills, and pull Dante back. There, reset the wall, and might as well heal Dante because that's just good business. And now it's time to start using Aesoth's actives.
Tell me how the grass tastes, little man!
Bam! That's number one. Just keep the growth spawning, it's fine. Aesoth will eventually recharge his active every 3 turns, which should give him plenty of time for the growths to make it all the way to him. There, I think this turn is also needed. And bam, use number 3. As long as you didn't use any other actives, or if you remember who you have used, Titus will be very efficient at counting them. And as far as the kills go, Isabella's Act of Faith crit chance, stacking 10% per kill and ignoring battle fatigues, is very efficient to count Aesoth's kills. Now, with the grots here having a little over 600 HP, if I remember right, he will need something like 160 of them. So, when Izzy's Act of Faith is at 1600% extra chance, you are done. I will put the exact numbers in the sidecards of the video. You can also, if you have enough grots, just smack them with Aesoth like this. But right now, it's better to wait and let Aesoth use his active, because that's the more need to focus on thing. Okay, and with that, I think I explained it sufficiently. So I'm just gonna clear the stage, hopefully collect my upgrade, and call this a day. There, done. Moving on.
Mission 4. Defeat 2 enemies with Aesoth while he is stunned in one battle. This mission was a bit of a head scratcher at first, and I was gonna recommend a low-level Screamer Killer raid with both the sidekicks still up, but then I realized that Tank Smasher's active stuns Aesoth, and the greenskins enjoy battle fatigue, so with a little luck and or perseverance, this mission should be doable in Mirror Octarius.
The fourth mission of Aesoth's Mythic journey is supposedly for him to defeat 2 enemies in one battle while he is stunned. And I'm gonna attempt that here in the Elite Mirror Octarius stage 32, the Elite Tank Smasher stage, because Tank Smasher should be able to stun Aesoth with his active, because Aesoth is a big target. So I'm gonna start by positioning like this, so that Tank Smasher has a line to charge through, which should bait his active, and it didn't, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna try this again. And this is gonna be a problem, because Aesoth will not be able to move very well after he is stunned. Yeah, full disclosure, I did this accidentally with Karian, and Tank Smasher just charged again, so I'm not sure what's going on. I thought the hex south of this one was accessible. Okay. Adjustments need to be made. And this is kinda suboptimal, because I think Tank Smasher's charge is gonna kill Aesoth now if he does it. Nope, all good. Okay, so now Aesoth needs to survive, which he did, and he needs to kill a target and scare another one. So the grot just south of him, with 3 adjacent units to him with battle fatigue, should be my best option. Boom! And yep, the battle fatigue procced, so now I can heal up and clear the stage. I'm not sure why Tank Smasher didn't charge already on turn 2, because, like I said, on my first try when I brought the wrong banana boy, he did. But, well, somehow I made it work. We should probably prioritize the growth so that he doesn't multiply endlessly. But this is starting to look like a clear of the stage, and well, the mission should be done too, or it would be if I were actually on it. So I think I can move on with clear conscience.
Mission 5. Deal 100,000 damage with Aesoth. One of the worst final missions, because while it certainly can be completed in only 10 energy, or even in 6 if you have that kind of testicular fortitude, it requires somewhat manual play. And since for once I wrote the script before recording the footage, and it's pretty much the same as mission 3 as far as good stages and setups go, the practical covers it too. So if you need or want to, go watch that one, and I'm moving on to the conclusion.
And that's how I would recommend going about Aesoth's Mythic journey. Sadly, mine isn't quite there yet, but he's not that far, so after pumping out the Biowar, I may push Aesoth a little bit. Well, His utility outside of raids is kinda limited. He is a support defensive character and best works with other custodies by using the active synergy with them and buffing their reusable passives and actives and whatevers. And his defensive ability from the passive, the extra armor, is kinda underpowered because in most circumstances you already have enough armor to fully mitigate the enemy's attack types. A few notable exceptions may be Gas Rate, where you want to mitigate his Daka as much as possible, and it's rather doable with armor because it has only 15% pierce ratio, and maybe the Screamer Killer Rate, where you are mitigating physical, which has a 1% pierce ratio, so you can bring it all the way to very low numbers using armor exclusively. Other than that, he is kinda meh. And with that, I think I said everything I wanted to about Aesoth, so yeah, this video is done. Thank you for watching, Tactician. I hope it helped you, or, well, heavens forbid, entertained you. And I expect to see you in front of the screen at the next one as well. Kaurin, out.